information you need. One of the contacts, best ones to contact would be a guy named Jeff, N1KT or T, I believe it's N1KT. You'll see the call sign. But they definitely do a VE session one a month. Pretty sure it's third Friday. So anyway, that's about it. Not much here. Back to you, Peter.
Okay, thank you, Dave. Yep, I actually have it here. 7:20 in Cambridge, Mass. at the MIT radio exam team. At 7:21, Canton, Mass. Canton EMA and EMARG and what? Oak Hospital Conference Room. And then there's one in Danvers, Mass. on the 23rd and Dartmouth, Mass. on the 6th, if any of those help you. So there you go.
KC1NBD, the one that you were mentioning in Holyoke got covered up by the repeater. Could you please repeat it, sir?
7:20, where was I? 7:22, Holyoke, Mass. The sponsor is the Western Mass VE team. It's the Holyoke Hospital Conference Room. The time is 6 p.m. and walk-ins are allowed.
Thank you very much, sir. KC1NBD.
We'll move down the list to KC1EZV. Dick, comments, questions, queries?
Yes, sir. Peter, I have one question. It's related to digital. And I was wondering, I have a signal strength indicator on my radio, and I've noticed that there's a red tail on the end of it, and I was wondering if that is an indicator that the repeater is also a digital repeater.
Yes, this repeater is digital. It went up last weekend. It's a fusion repeater.
Okay. Well, I've noticed it on several repeaters, and I've double-checked in my repeater directory, and I think that is correct. Then I guessed right, I guess. In addition, I've talked with KC1BDY Rich, and he tells me that there may be a digital net that'll be forming soon, and that would be something I would be very interested in. He also mentioned C4. I'm fairly new to this hobby. I heard the gentleman talking about getting his license there and the difficulties. Well, I can sympathize. Mine went on for weeks, and one night I got a call from a ham in Nashville, New Hampshire, wanted to congratulate me on getting my license, and he said he was relaying the message from a gentleman in Germany. So that's how I found out that I had my license that came from Germany. This is KC1 Echo Zulu Victor, over.
Yes, very good. Yeah, Rich, KC1BYD. On that note, when you get that digital net started, you can include me. I was going to kind of save this till Jason came up, but on the 1st of August, I will be ordering my Fusion digital radio. So hopefully it'll be there in a couple of days after the 1st of the month. So we can get that up and running. So Jason got me. He got me into this. This is all Jason's fault. I blame him for it. So you'll catch him later on here. I'll catch him on Zello. If not, Rich, you can, if you're still listening, you can refer to the message that it's his fault I'm on digital now. Okay, moving on to KC1FLN. We didn't get your name, but give us your name and comments, questions, queries.
Yeah, this is KC1FLN, and my name's Carl. I did have a quick question. I've been spending a couple weeks actually kind of researching a G5 RV, and now a friend of mine just gave me a doublet. I was just wondering if anybody has even an opinion. I don't even, just an opinion on whether it's worth it to put up that doublet, or if I should hold out for the G5RV, or I know there's some different version of the G5RV that I was looking at as well. So I just wonder if anybody had any opinions on that.
I'll give you mine. I have a G5RV. I put a 4-to-1 ladder line transition balun on it, and it's working. It's working well. In fact, I worked I worked Serbia the other night on 20 meters with just the 100 watts of the exciter, and I do. On an 80-meter net 5 days a week, and they're hearing me most of the time, especially like Jeff and one SAV around Massachusetts and Maine and New Jersey, and at about 10 over, 5 over 9, just on the 100 watts of the exciter. So I do like my G5RV. That's one opinion. I'm sure as we go down the list, we'll have other people's opinions.
That's good information. Like I said, I've been thinking about going in that direction. I don't know, this doublet just sort of fell into my lap, and I don't know anything about it because I've never even researched it. So so I appreciate the information on that. It's good to know. KC1 FLN back to net.
I have no idea about doublets. I'm strictly, I got a couple of verticals up in my G5RV, so that's pretty much what I'm living on the HF. But as we go through the list tonight, and as we get the check-ins, we'll get, I'm sure other people have opinions, so we'll break with you for right now. We'll go to KC1EKC. John, comments, questions, or answers to any of our previous questions?
Yeah, KC1EKC here. First time checking in. I just happened to, I think you and I spoke just yesterday, actually, on this repeater. I've been a ham since September last year, and just kind of really getting started in the hobby. I give you a quick comment. I have a G5RV Junior, which is obviously shorter than, I think it's 52 feet versus 100 and something feet, 104 or so, whatever it might be. And I put it up in my attic. You can check out my QRZ page and see that. So far I've just got a 100 watt HF transceiver. G5RV Junior is working fine. I pick up little noise from appliances in my house, which can be a problem, but otherwise I'm satisfied with that. That's, I guess, all I'll say for now. KC1EKC, back to net.
Hey, John, I don't know if I mentioned yesterday, but I'll put it out because I love to promote this repeater. Every day, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m., there is a traffic net. And then at 1 p.m., there is a traffic net Monday, 7 days a week. So if you're around any of those times, you can jump in and get in on those nets.
Yeah, roger that. I'll make a note of it. I work from home, so sometimes when I'm not terribly busy, I can turn it on, and I'll listen in. Thank you. KC1EKC, back to net.
And then there's a bunch of wonderful nuts on this net. They're really nice people on this repeater, and I'm glad to be associated with them. So this is KD2JKV for the Newcomers Roundtable, looking for additional check-ins. Nothing heard. We'll go back up to the top of the list. Scott, KC1NBD. Comments, questions, or answers to questions?
My only comment would be thank you to everybody for the information on the tests. I am now looking up through HCRA to try to find that. And if it is this Friday, I'm going to go down there and I'm going to give it my best shot. And hopefully it'll come back as a general. So 73 to everybody, thank you, and have a good evening.
Got no problem. Hope to pass your journal. I'd like to hear you on the HF bands. So we got you out. We got you out for the time being. So we'll break with you. Move on to KC1 FCN. Adam, your turn. You're up.
Great, thanks, Peter. Yeah, one quick question. Can you give me the 20-second version of the difference between the Yaesu System Fusion versus, let's say, D-Star or like Echolink or something like that? I've done some reading, but I'd like to get your take on it.
Well, really, my take is you have three separate digital modes, which they all pretty much do the same thing, except if you want Fusion, you got to get Yaesu. If you want Turbo, you got to get Motorola. They're not together. Stuff, and they all pretty much do the same thing, with the exception of Echolink, which you use through your phones or your tablets. With the repeater, if it's hooked up to the Wires X stuff, or through the nodes, and I think ours is hooked up through nodes, you can actually, from your radio, talk around the world instead of, having to go through your phone or your computer for Echolink.
Yeah, that's what I've been reading and gathering. I've been playing around with Echolink and looking into Fusion. I have an ICOM ID51A HT, and been looking at D-Star, but I don't believe with 5 watts I can get into Albany. But are there other repeaters? I believe there might be one in Pittsfield.
I'm in Albany, so I'm not too sure about what else is out Massachusetts way other than this. I know the 2.1, the Rippers repeater, is digital. The N2TY Troy repeater is digital. I think there's a couple in Hudson. One of L2LEN's repeaters in Hudson is digital. And these are all Fusion repeaters as far as I know. I know the Troy one is, I know the Rippers one is. This one is, maybe somebody else, maybe John will come on, or Obi or somebody else has a better idea about out Massachusetts way, what other repeaters are digital out there as we go down the list. But that's all I know of just off the top of my head.
Okay, great. Thanks, Peter. KC1 FCN. Back to that.
Okay, so I think Rich is out. So we'll move on to KC1DAX. Dave, you're up.
Okay, Peter, I'm back. Not much going on here, really. Said everything that's new. Except good luck to the fellow getting his general class there. If you go to the HCRA website, they even give you a nice little directions and even pictures of what the building looks like to get in there and everything. It's fairly easy to find. Anyway, good luck with your general test. Hope you make it. Be sure to come back and let us know. And what else were we talking about? Antennas? From what I've heard about G5 RVs, they can't be beat, especially if you can lay them out just exactly like they're supposed to. Like the full one is, I believe, 102 feet long with something like 60 feet of twin lead. If you can lay it out in a perfect T like that and have a good balance, some impedance matching if you're going to feed it with coax or whatever, they make an outstanding antenna. And there's a whole lot of them in operation. So doublets, I'm not sure about doublets. I've heard of doublets being used for specific frequencies, but if you want a good general all-band antenna, the G5 RV is definitely the way to go. So with that, that's about it for me here, Peter. In fact, I'm going to check out of here too. I've got things to do. Got to get ready for the trip. So may join you in a couple of, probably tomorrow morning's net, but I doubt if I'll make the afternoon. And by the evening, I'll be on the road. So likely see you in a week or so. So till then, 73 to everybody on the net, and have a great night. KC1DAX, back to net.
Quick question for you, Dave. You might, because you live out that way, you probably know better. There was a question about outside of the 9.1, if there's any any other digital repeaters out Western Massachusetts way.
To be honest with you, Peter, I have no idea. My dabbling in digital is strictly JT65 and PSK31. As far as the new Fusion goes, I don't got one, don't plan to get one, so you're asking the wrong guy. So, KC1DAX, back to net.
Thanks, Dave. They got you checked out. Yeah, I'm playing with PSK31 too. And thanks to certain people and one NHT, I'll be into Fusion. So we'll break with you. Be careful on your trip if I don't hear from you, and be safe. And we'll move on to KC1EZV. Dick, go ahead. Your turn.
Okay, Peter, maybe I can help with that last gentleman's questions there. Bedford, New Hampshire shows digital. Keene, New Hampshire. Derry, New Hampshire. Waltham, Mass. That's a good one there. They're Echolink too. And Manchester and Burlington. So there's quite a few digital repeaters in the area. Also, of course, North Adams. Okay, I appreciate you running this net, and I'll be looking forward to hearing from Rich on a date and time for the digital net once you get it organized. This is KC1 Echo Zulu Victor.
Okay. Thank you, Dick, and I hope that helps out. Because outside of this repeater, I know nothing about Western Massachusetts. We'll break with you, Dick, and move on to KC1FLN. Carl, your turn.
Yeah, I don't really have any more questions, but I definitely appreciate the comments on the G5 RV, and that comment, about the G5 RV Junior. It's interesting because that's the only information I found, and I found exactly what you guys are saying, that there's a lot of them out there, and the people who have them seem to really like them, and they seem to work well for them. And the only information I found on the doublet is from the people who are trying to sell them. So that's kind of why I came here with the question, and I appreciate the answers and the opinions, and I think G5 RV is the direction I should be going in. So I appreciate it. KC1FLN, back to net.
I think I've worked on HF. If I average it out, I have to say almost like 47% of my contacts, and I'm talking worldwide on HF, is using G5RV. So there you go with that. So we'll break with you for the time being. We'll go to KC1EKC. John, you're up.
KC1EKC, yeah, I was just, thank everybody for their comments. I just was listening, and I wish all the best to the gentleman going in for his general class exam. Good luck with that. I'm sure you'll do well. I'm sure you've studied, and good luck with that, and hope to see that you pass that. So I will just listen out and say thanks for letting me join in, and I'll try to check in on these traffic nets from time to time. This is KC1EKC. John, back to net.
John, thanks for checking in. At this time, we'll call for any more check-ins to the Newcomers Roundtable.
It's Monday already. N1 QOVOB in Pittsfield, commercial power, I have no traffic. Just a few blurs. Thank you.
Okay, say his name and he shows up. N1 QOVOB, you're up. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I forgot what I was doing. The usual emergency junk. MEMA races, and that's first Monday or second Monday, depending on holidays. 7 p.m. on this repeater, 9-1. Also on HF 3.930 at 18:45, 6:45 p.m. Also, like right here, Newcomers Roundtable, first and third Monday, 7:30 p.m. Western Mass Emergency Nets starting at 8:30 Sunday morning. 3.944 lower side band HF. Then at 9 a.m. the Berkshire one, and continuing with the no bark repeaters, 6 meters at 9:30, 440 at 9:45, and 220 at 10 a.m. Followed by the Sunday morning traffic cycle 1 traffic net. Saturday and Sunday traffic net 10 a.m. 10:15 on Sunday. I guess everybody knows this. The new repeater uses Fusion analog and digital. I don't follow the digital, so don't ask me anything. What else is shaking here? Here in Pittsburgh, 77 degrees. It was raining. No big storm as far as I could see, but they're calling for the world might end or something like that. The ID get me yet?
ID got you.
Whatever. It was only the weather. A Hamfest. No Bar Hamfest, Sunday, August 28th. This year, of course, Bullfield, Adams Agricultural Fairgrounds. On the west side of Route 8 in Adams, Massachusetts. Look for the race scene, vegetable stand sign. I'll probably put up a little folding thing. Anyway, VE session, 9 a.m. People looking to take the test. VE session, 9 a.m. Gates open at 6:30. Sellers, buyers 7 a.m. $5 get in, under 12 free. Talking on this repeater. Prizes, one of those Fusion Yaesu Fusion digital mobile rigs, and a bunch of handy talkies. Anyway, hope to see you there. I might do a special event station. I don't know if there's any interest. Continuing on, might as well do this all in one shot. Next flea market in Milo, Maine. 6 August, Milo, Maine. Next Hamfest. So he's looking about repeaters. I use the New England Repeater Directory. I don't know if they put up digital criteria or not, but that's the one I like. It also covers New York and a bunch of other places. New England Repeater Directory, anyrepeaters.com. And I think that's all I have, unless I get a wild hair up my nose. And one Obi.
Thank you, Obi. And you probably will before the night's over. We'll break with you and ask for any more check-ins for the newcomers roundtable. Nothing heard. Go back up to the top of the list, which is now KC1FZN. Adam, go ahead. Your turn. Comments, questions, queries.
Thanks, Peter. KC1FCN. No more comments, questions, queries. Thanks for hosting, and I appreciate all the feedback. KC1FCN. Back to that.
Okay, thank you. We'll break with you, and we'll go down to KC1EZV. Dick, your turn. Go ahead.
Well, thank you. I think I'm all set for this evening anyway, so I'll be looking forward to discussing some digital stuff in the future with everyone. KC1 Echo Zulu Victor.
Okay, thank you for that. We'll break with you. Go down to Carl, KC1FLN. Go ahead, Carl.
Nothing more to add. I just appreciate the net, and I appreciate you hosting it. And that's all for tonight. KC1FLN, back to net.
I do what I can for No Bark. They've been really nice to me, so I do what I can for them. Now, to get different call sign in play, N1QOV, Obi.
What, again? Thanks for waking me up. I had to go grab a soda, what do they call it in other parts of the country, who knows. Anyway, for everyone, new guys edification, most of these nets or whatever are recorded just for people to figure out how they sound on the air and so forth and so on. My call sign N1QOV, you'll find it at either Ustream, USTREAM, or YouTube. Or I'm on Facebook and all the regular social sites, Facebook, my name, and so forth and so on. Or you can do if you're really interested, do an email, n1qov@yahoo.com. My call sign oh no, what? Yahoo.com, my call. Not my call, but N1QOV. What else is shaking here? If anybody locally can shoot up to Ramon's place and push a button, I don't want to drive all the way up there. Just push a button in 2 seconds and drive all the way home. I can visit the goats and the chickens, but I don't think so. Ramon's good in the book. What else here? Who knows? Anyway, see everybody at the Hamfest. N1QOV.
KOV will break with you about one last call for any late check-ins for the newcomers roundtable. Nothing heard, so I guess we'll go round to the 73 round here, as I like to call it. KC1FCN, how about, would you like to give us a final, please?
Thanks, Peter. KC1FCN, I appreciate the warm welcome and the enthusiasm everybody has for welcoming me into the new hobby. And that's about it. Have a good evening. 73.
Dan 73, don't be a stranger. Come and keep the repeater warm with us. We'll break with you, say 73 to you. KC1EZV, Dick, how about a final for us? I think he already did his, so we'll say 73 to him. KC1FLN, Carl, how about a final?
Yeah, I'd just like to say good evening to everybody on the net. Hope everybody sleeps well tonight and has a great night. And 73 to all. KC1FLN, back to net.
That just leaves Obi, N1QOV. How about a final in the net?
Okay, parting shot. It's the end of the frozen daiquiri as we know it. So says Bending Rodriguez. Right on, N1QOV clear.
Thank you, Obi. With that, this has been a bi-weekly meeting of the No Bark N1 ISB Newcomers Roundtable. I'd like to thank No Bark, the Northern Berkshire Amateur Radio Club, for its sponsorship and the use of the repeater, which we will now return back to regular amateur use. Thanks to all who checked in tonight. The net is secure at 8:09 p.m. This is KD2JKV signing clear.
KC1EKC is still there. KC1NBD.
Yeah, this is KC1EKC. Go ahead.
Scott, we spoke earlier. If you want to get a hold of me, list that I actually have printed out on local to us on 2 meters, 70 centimeters, and 6 meters with the PLs and everything you need if you want.
I appreciate that. Actually, I am familiar with the New England Repeater Directory, and I actually have a number of repeaters programmed into my 2-meter rig. I just haven't really taken the time to experiment a little bit to see how far I can reach with my Arrow J-pole in the attic antenna. It would be nice to get something outside, but I am curious, Scott, do you happen to know how far east this Mount Greylock repeater reaches? I don't know if I asked you that before.
No, I don't, but I've heard, on this repeater, I've heard them from all over. I mean, I could swear I heard somebody coming from the Cape once even, but, that's just me. Somebody else there would know better about this repeater, but this is, one of the best, KC1MBD.
Worked it from the Cape, NHT and a rubber duck. 5 watts and a rubber duck from the Cape. 5 states and 3 provinces. That's what I like to say. Anyway, WA1ZHM. John in Pittsfield.
KD2JKV. K1FFK. FN32.
KC1EKC, KC1MBD, I'm going to step out. Just give a call if you ever need anything. 73s, have a good evening.
73s to you, Scott, as well. KC1EKC here. Was it K? I'm sorry. Ending in HAP. Were you trying to get in?
KD2JKV. Name of yours is Charles. How you doing?
Hey, Charles. I'm fine. I think we might have spoke yesterday, as a matter of fact, didn't we?
Oh, you've spoken before. All right. How you doing? Not doing too bad. I just got out of the shower. Now I'm just sitting here playing ham radio.
Yeah, roger that. I had just joined this net tonight for the first time. I'm just trying to get a sense for how far this repeater works. I mean, it's almost elevation 4,000, so my sense is it's got a pretty good radius. I think the New England directory, or when I linked to the repeater online, it said it had I think it was 150 mile reach, or 125 miles, I guess it was. So that's a fair amount.
Oh, is there a net going on right now or no? Because it was raining over here in New York. I don't know what kind of weather you guys have, but it was pouring over here.
There was a bi-weekly net that just ended about 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, just sitting here and, it was raining now, I'd say that over here. It was, around 1:30, I'm telling Poppy, he's